A cordial greeting, my dear developers. Today we are starting an important stage applying the Scrum methodology to manage software development through Microsoft Azure DevOps. So, DevOps is a set of practices that integrates software development, quality assurance, and IT technology operations. As shown in the three intersecting circles, this one, and that one. The goal is to accelerate the software life cycle and ensures high quality continuous delivery. It complements agile development, as I told you, Scrum methodology, but its impact goes beyond IT, influencing how other departments interacted with technology. DevOps transforms organizations by promoting a new mindset, culture, and automated processes supported by specific tools. The terms DevOps combines development and development and operations. Yes, DevOps, reflecting the fusion of these areas, development and operations, into a collaborative and efficient workflow. Why DevOps? Why DevOps? DevOps is essential for agility and software quality. Yes? Enhances team productivity by enable faster deployments using automation tools. Yes? This is DevOps. There are test, release, monitor, package, integrated build, but the most important elements are Azure pipelines, Azure artifacts, GitHub, Azure repos, Azure servers, and Azure reporting. Promotes collaborative environments, allowing faster and more efficient changes. Reduce cost by minimizing delays and resource waste. And accelerates time to market, allowing organizations to deploy multiple times per day, like Microsoft, Facebook, or Amazon. At the end of the day, helps organizations respond quickly. That is the most important goal. Quickly to deliver high quality solution and meet project deadlines. Yes, helps organization respond quickly to market demands with rapid updates to web and mobile apps. There are many elements and components in this image, but just remember, we are going to use GitHub, Azure reports, and no, pipelines not, and well, the structure that is going to see next. Cloud computing services. Look at this. It's Azure. Azure is something different from Azure DevOps. Yes, they are different. Well, it's time to clarify a common confusion. The difference between Azure and Azure DevOps. Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform that provides infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. Yes, Azure is Azure takeover of infrastructure as a service and platform. Yes, and there are many services around it, but IaaS and PaaS. Remember? And that means Azure gives you the virtual machines, networks, computer resources, everything you need to build, deploy, and scale applications. And with Azure, you manage your infrastructure or use it to host your own platforms and services. But on the other hand, Azure DevOps is a software as a service. Remember that when we are talking about cloud computer, we say infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So Azure DevOps is a software as a service. Yes? And I mean, it's a complete set of tools that helps development teams plan, development, test, deliver software efficiently. It includes services like Azure Boards. We are going to see, you will see it in a minute, pipelines, reports, and artifacts, all hosted and managed by Microsoft. You don't manage any server or infrastructure. With Azure DevOps, you just focus on the DevOps life cycle, and that's it. So, in summary, Azure is IaaS and PaaS. IaaS, infrastructure as a service, IaaS, and PaaS, platform as a service. Provide computing platform and infrastructure. Yes, no more. That is Azure. But Azure DevOps, SaaS, software as a service, offers ready to use DevOps. Yes, ready to use DevOps tools as a managed service. And what is Azure DevOps? Well, Azure DevOps empower software teams, including developers, testers, project managers too, and other collaborators to work together efficiently. And it provides a unified platform to plan work, collaborate on code, and build and deploy applications all in one place, or everything in one place. This enables organizations to deliver and improve products faster compared to traditional development approaches. Yes? So Azure DevOps is a set of tools and services from Microsoft that runs in the cloud to help manage the life cycle of software development projects. That is the structure, Azure DevOps. We will start creating an Azure account. Yes. Under the account, we can create one organization or multiple organizations. Think of each organization as a company or a department within a company. Yes, that is the meaning of organizations, which are under the Azure account. Then we are going to watch in the tool, but first of all here. So each organization can contain multiple projects: project 1, project 2, project 3. Yes. For example, within one project we can have web applications, Android project, iOS project, and more. But each project includes its own set of core Azure DevOps tools. Yes. there. Azure boards for work planning. Yes, this element is for planning. Azure repos for source code version control. Yes, like GitHub. GitHub is integrated here in Azure DevOps. Azure pipelines for continuous integration and deployment. Yes, pipelines. And Azure test plans for testing and quality assurance. Remember? Quality assurance. Yes? That is Azure test plans. So this structure allows us to organize and manage multiple teams, products, and workflows efficiently under the same Azure DevOps account. Yes, that's this. Here is the Azure account, and then everything spread. So this is the menu which we are going to find in our tool when we are logging in Azure DevOps, and these are all the elements. Dashboard, just remember like a car dashboard. Yes, is shows everything that is going on, all the important projects info in one place. You can see progress, tags, charts, and updates. Then we find wiki, like a digital notebook. It's where teams write down useful information like instructions, rules, or important notes, so everyone stays on the same page. Yes, that is the way to ensure everybody moves on the same direction. And then we find boards like sticky notes on a whiteboard. In boards is used to plan and organize and track tasks. Yes, you can create cards for each task, move them around as work gets done, and assign them to people. Yes, as I told you, we are going to see those boards. They are very, very important to stay the tags in different states. Yes, to do is the first state, then doing, for example, and finally at the end of the day, the tags receive the state of done. Yes, which has finished. Repositories, like it's a big folder for code. This is where all the code lives. Yes, in repos. It saves every version of the code, so you never lose anything and can see what changes were made. Yes, like GitHub. And then we find pipelines like an assembly line in a factory. This builds and delivers the code automatically when developers finish writing code. Pipelines test it and send it out fast and safe. And the text plan. The text plans like a checklist to test a toy before it's sold, for example. Just putting for an example. Text plans helps make sure the software works correctly. Yes, this is the place when we start making testing and see if everything is working. You can create test cases, you can check them if features have bugs, for example, before releasing the app, yes, to production. And finally, artifacts, like a package of tools or files. This is where you store build versions of your software and ready to be shared or used in other projects. And if I make click here in dashboard, we are going to see this another menu with these different elements and options, and the same boards. As I told you, think of this as a digital whiteboard with sticky notes. It shows Yes, it shows all your works items like tags or bugs visually, and you can drag across columns like to do, doing, are done. What I am talking about. This helps teams track progress easily. Yes, the idea is that every developer start informing or keeping informing the progress of the work to the managers or to the technical leader. Common work status in Azure boards, there are Kanban, styles, and others, but we are going to use Scrum, yes? There are many ways, not just to do, doing, are done. We can call them in a different way, but is frequently to use those states. To do, remember, tasks that are planned but not started yet. That is to do. And doing, tasks currently in progress. And finally, done, they are tasks that are completed. So, work items. We find this option, work items. These are individual pieces of work, like things to do or problems to fix, yes? For example, the epic, it called create the whole website. That is the epic. That is the first work item. Then we find another work item called feature. Feature is a part of that goal of creating the whole website. For example, the user login system. Then we can find the user story. The user story is smaller pieces. For example, that the user can enter the email and the password, yes? And the tags, smaller steps. But that depends of the size of the project, yes? Yes. That depends of that. Then we can find backlogs. This is a to-do list organized by priority. The backlogs is the first action, yes? When we write all the tasks with priority. It holds all your epics, features, stories, and tasks, so the team knows what to work on the next. You can plan your feature work from here. And then we find the sprints. Sprint is a short time period, like for example 2 weeks, where the team works on a specific task. This section helps manage what goes into each sprint and track its progress day by day. It's important, the sprint. And finally, queries. This lets you search and filter all your work items. Yes? The principal menu is work items, and all these options are into work items. Queries is very useful for tracking or reporting. And that's it. That's it, my developers. This is an introduction. Okay, here this. Epics, the big goals of your project, feature smaller parts of those big goals, user story, simple description of desired outcomes from the end user. Yes, outcome, remember, outcomes are the results from the end user. And tasks they are action required to make feature complete. So this is a ramp up. This is a theoretical introduction, a simple introduction. We now understand now the core components of Azure DevOps, and specifically Azure boards. Remember, epics, features, user stories, and packs, and how they help manage software development tasks efficiently. In the next session, we will start building our backlog. Yes, this one, a backlog. Prioritize the work items and prepare everything for our first sprint. I think one sprint it will be 1 or 2 classes. I mean 1 or 2 videos. Yes. But the idea is to synchronize and aligns what we are coding, what we are writing in Visual Studio Code with these work items. Yes, and everything should be synchronized. So thank you so much for your attention, and God bless you.